Hello folks, good afternoon. Can you guys hear me loud and clear? Let me know in the chat, and after that we'll start. Hello BioLife, how are you guys doing? Sylvia, hi. Yes guys, let's go. I'll do a giveaway of my 3-day bootcamp today in this stream, okay? And I'll choose one person from the chat, the person who is asking me good question. I'll choose them, okay? So ask your question if you have any, and you will be rewarded because you asked a good question. And you can't imagine how much value that I'm sharing inside my 3-day bootcamp. So don't miss this opportunity. I'll do a one giveaway of my 3-day bootcamp, okay folks? Okay, so let's start. We'll start with our daily time frame. We go through daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minute, 5 minute, then 1 minute, then 30 second. We build our narrative from the higher time frame: daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minute. Okay, that's how we get our narrative, and we will try to build our narrative here with you all. Okay, so what do you guys see here? I'm on daily chart. Okay, I mentioned about this inversion when I did my stream before. This inversion is gonna be very important. Also, we have a breaker on this daily chart. I marked the level and the breaker is here. And as you guys can see, price is now trading below this breaker, okay? Let's go to 4 hour. These are the two important levels that I marked. Why not this fair value gap? When price is a fair value gap right here, this fair value gap, I'm not watching it, I'm not considering it, okay? For me to consider this fair value gap, price will have to go above this fair value gap, and then I will consider this one. As long as price is staying below this inversion, I'm gonna use this one because this fair value gap is way more powerful than this one right here, okay? And I taught you guys about this inversion, why this inversion is powerful in my day 2 in my 3-day bootcamp. Let's go to 4 hour chart. What do you guys see here? Price aggressively moved towards sell side liquidity from where? The level that I gave you when I did my morning session. Do you guys remember? Now I got this level from the daily chart, right? I'm now gonna change it according with the 4 hour chart. And as you guys can see, this inversion became bigger, and look how price respected this specific inversion, right? Do you guys see any fair value gap here? No. We have multiple order blocks, right? Bearish order blocks. These up close candles here are working as an order block, but I'm gonna consider this one. This is a very powerful inversion, and price did respected my analysis from this morning. I told you guys that I gave you guys a trade idea targeting this inversion right from the breaker. Do you guys remember? Right? And price hit our TP. That calling was also a successful calling. I called market like 3 or 4 times, and yeah, we got a very good result from it. We'll see what we can do here. High probability setup forms after the FOMC gets released, more like inside 220 to 240. Okay, this is a macro that I use when we are trading with FOMC, because FOMC get released at 2 o'clock, so we cannot take any trade with lunch macro. What is the lunch macro? 120 to 140. I'm not gonna use that. Okay, we are slowly approaching towards that macro. Price will build liquidity now for FOMC, so we'll watch where price is building liquidity, and we will analyze accordingly. Okay, on 4 hour chart, these are the two levels that I'm watching. This black line is our daily breaker. So our daily breaker is here. Price is also respecting it. Now let's go to hourly chart, and on hourly chart it becomes way more clear. Price did closed. Okay, Sylvia, did you watch our day 2 inversion lecture? I shared like 2 inversion models, so this is another inversion model that I shared, and if you watched it, you will know like why this inversion is important. When price closes a candle's body below this inversion, okay, I'm not gonna share much details about it, but when price does that, this is an advanced market structure shift. So we do have this inversion from the hourly chart. and price did close the candles body below here, and that confirms that this confirms that we are in a bearish trend. But we'll still watch like where price is building liquidity. We do have these relative equal lows down here, but we also have these order blocks here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, as it's a higher time frame and I'm trading on where, on 1 minute and 30-second chart. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mark all of these down close candles, and I'm gonna watch how price reacts inside these levels. As you guys can see, price got beautiful support from where, exactly from this candles body. When you guys watch my stream, okay, when you guys are watching my stream, you will always see me identifying candles by their bodies, because that's where the main liquidity is. The wicks, it does the manipulation part, it does the stop hunt. Okay, so we are not considering any candles wick. Most of the liquidity is inside these bodies, and the precision is here. As you guys can see, price tapped inside this order block, and now he's moving higher to this inversion. As long as price is closing its body below this inversion, I believe we will continue our trend towards sell side liquidity. So we'll see. This inversion is gonna be a big influence for me to decide where price will go at FOMC and even after FOMC. So I'm expecting lower price action, right, as price closed the candles body below this inversion. But we'll see. We'll see what price does now that it's trading back inside this inversion again. Now let's go to 15-minute chart. Now that I'm on 15 minutes, okay, well, I can see another inversion. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mark all of it, all of the inversion accordingly with the hourly inversion as well, because these levels are gonna be very important. I wanna see price rejecting from this level. So I'm gonna put from where I will know that price is rejecting. As I'm trading on 1 minute chart, price will fluctuate a lot more, right? So I'm gonna mark and measure all of this inversion like I did in these order blocks. So from where price can reverse, the high probability reversal zones is 0.5, okay, and 0.25. So we'll see if price is trading inside these levels, then these are the levels that I'm watching for a rejection in price. And we have this order block, and price respected the mean threshold. Okay, I don't have to measure it to know that price hit the mean threshold, but I'm gonna do it for you guys because I can do it with just my eye. Look at here, the mean threshold of this order block got respected here. So if you are trading on 1 minute, here you can take this entry as a turtle soup. I'm gonna teach this model, this turtle soup model, in my 3-day workshop. So we are watching this, okay. If price is coming back down, I want to see price going below this order block and clearing out sell side liquidity from this low, and eventually hitting this fair value gap. 15-minute fair value gap, which is a BC and is still valid because price is respecting it. There's no closure of a candles body below it, okay. So as long as price is not closing a candles body below a fair value gap, price is respecting this fair value gap, and we'll trade accordingly. So we'll see what happens. Let's go to 5-minute chart. So what do you guys see in 5-minute chart? We have these order blocks, right, aligned with the inversion that I marked from the 15-minute and hourly chart. So if price is going above here, this is gonna be my last line of defense to expect lower price action, okay. If price is going above this, I'm probably wrong. So that's it for today. Let's go on 3-minute chart. So the same thing is repeating on 3-minute, 5-minute. We did a stop hunt here, right? And why is this stop hunt so important? Because price had relative equal highs above here. Do you guys see that? Do you guys see this relative equal high? Yeah, so when price generates relative equal high like this, that means what? It's a strong level of liquidity. So once price takes out strong level of liquidity, it shows a willingness to reverse. And as you guys can see, this candle is slowly turning black, right? It's turning bearish. So let's see what happens. We'll look for setups after FOMC. So all we are doing is analyzing our chart, seeing where price is building liquidity, where it can potentially go, right? We are getting the narrative from the higher time frame and looking for model on lower time frame. And now that I'm on 1 minute chart, right, price is showing me way more liquidities. As you guys can see, we have liquidity here. What is this liquidity? Relative equal low, right? Retail stop. Retails are buying because there's a double bottom here on double bottom again. So most of the retails, they don't trade on 1 minute. So what's the logic behind saying that retails are putting their stops here? The same price action repeats on 1 hour. So even if retails are trading there, they will see this formation. Even when they're trading on 1 minute, they will see the same formation. They will see the same logic just like we do. Okay, we see the breaker that forms on hourly chart. On daily chart, the same breaker repeats on 1 minute 30 second all day, every day. Okay, you guys heard me calling markets by using breaker in today's stream. So we'll see like if we can spot any high probability breaker, right? 30-second chart. In my eyes, there's no liquidity towards buy side other than this fair value gap on 30-second. Okay, so I'm not gonna look at 30-second right now because we are not looking for any setup. But these are the levels that I'll be watching, and this is where I'm anticipating price coming down. According to our logic, if price is reversing from this inversion from the hourly chart, we want to see price continuing its trend lower. And the best reversal level is 0.5 according to the measurement of this inversion. Now let's go to ES and see what's happening. Let's go to the daily chart. And on ES, price is yet to hit this breaker, but on Dow price did that. On Dow price did hit this breaker. Okay, we are in a bearish trend, so our high probability trades are gonna be the bearish trades, as we are continuing a trend on lower time frame, on higher time frame in a bearish structure. So we have this order block. Price is respecting this order block. Did price hit the candle's body here? Okay, it's yet to reach for the candle's body, but it did hit the wick and also the wicks from here. Now let's go and see if price is showing us anything on 4 hour chart. Multiple order blocks, and even the logic that I'm sharing with you all, the measuring logic, okay, the anatomy of order blocks, breaker blocks, and this is what it looks like. From where did price is rejecting? 0.5, right? Again, so do you guys see why this level is so important to watch? Yes, we don't know that from which order block price will use to reject. Price can use this one, any of it. But when we are measuring these order blocks, it gives us a great deal of idea where it wanna go, where it wanna continue its trend. Once I'm done analyzing the chart, ES and NASDAQ, I'll continue continue answering your questions. Okay, folks, so just be a little bit more patient. So we have these order blocks, price respected 0.5 level. I want to see price going lower accordingly with Dow. As we know, Dow and ES, they move together. When they're moving together, it's a high probability scenario. NASDAQ should move opposite to them, and we will see like if price is creating any high probability scenario after the delivery of FOMC. So now let's go to hourly chart. We do have this fair value gap here, but I'm not gonna use this one. Do you guys see anything else? Yes, we have an inversion here. Okay, this inversion is important. When I spot inversions like this, okay, I'm not gonna consider any new fair value gap here, because these inversions are very important, just like relative equal high and lows, folks. When price is coming back up to these inversions, it works like a magnet for price. So this is a very important inversion. Now let's mark it, and it's from the 4-hour chart. We'll watch it as long as price is staying below the 0.5 level of these order blocks and this inversion of from 4-hour chart. Okay, we will continue a trend towards sell side liquidity. But we'll have to see like if price is generating any strong liquidity towards buy side. Okay, we'll also watch that. For price to go lower, price will have to clear out all the retail stops from buy side. Then price will generate more retail stops towards sell side. So we are expecting to see a movement towards sell side. So price will have to generate what? Strong level of sell side liquidity, right? And we will watch that. We have a fair value gap right here, so we'll mark that. This can be like a low hanging fruit, and if price is reaching lower, we also do have this fair value gap. So these are the two levels that I'm gonna watch on ES. Now let's drop down to, I'm not gonna measure these order blocks because I don't need to. I can just eyeball it. So if you are trading on ES, then do measure these order blocks. Anyway, I'm gonna put it, okay? It's a lot of people are new here, so it's gonna be easier for them. So this is our BC at deep discount. This is in deep discount, so let's mark it. And we got another BC that we want to see fail. Okay, we want to see this BC failing because we are calling market even lower. Okay, I want to see market coming lower, hitting these order blocks. This is my target, and this BC I want to see it fail. If it getting support, if price is getting support from this BC, okay, price will continue its trend higher. Now let's go to 50-minute chart. Very beautiful price action on ES today. Compared to Dow, ES is like way more cleaner than Dow. But we know how to spot cleaner price action. Okay, it's not like we will always continue our trade on ES. Sometimes you will see, most of the time you will see Dow is continuing a good price action. So yeah, that's why I focus mostly on Dow. Dow has way more cleaner price action, forms very beautiful breakers, but not today. Not today, as we did traded AM session on ES. So on 50-minute chart we have an order block, but no fair value gap, right? So this also makes me think that this fair price will go below this fair value gap. This fair value gap is from where? From this hourly chart. Okay, now the price don't have any fair value gap here. This area is balanced, so I would like to see price going even lower, hitting this BC, right? Do you guys see the logic, how I'm building it, the narrative, why price should do this over other things, why price should come here, why price should come here, right? I'm building the narrative, I'm building the bias. Okay, that's why most of you guys like find it hard to build bias, and I'm helping you with that every day. So let's go to 5-minute chart. Did we miss anything on 1 minute? We do have this breaker here though. Okay, on 50-minute chart, lower low, new lower low, but price already respected this breaker. Where? Here. This is what an immediate rebalance looks like, and this is what I taught inside my 3-day bootcamp. So when price closes a candle's body above the next candle that you were watching, you want to see these candles trading inside this order block, sorry, breaker block, and this is where your entry is. Beautiful respect of this breaker here. Now let's go to 5-minute, and even on 5-minute chart we have another breaker. Do you guys see it? Higher high, right? Higher high, new higher high right here, and this high hit these order blocks. So a high probability breaker forms where? Inside a higher time frame PDR. So this is our higher time frame PDR. These are the blocks, price hit it, now rejecting beautifully. We have our breaker here. We would like to see price continuing its trend from this breaker. No, okay, so this is a beautiful breaker. We'll watch it, and our target is this BC, right? We want to see it fail. We want to see price going lower. Now that I'm on 5-minute chart, look how price generated liquidity here, right? These are what? Trend line liquidity. Okay, so trend line liquidity also works as what? Relative equal high and low. It works as a strong liquidity. So we are going to be watching it. Our target is this relative equal low. We want to see price going lower. The folks who are watching my stream to get a signal, please get out, okay? Because this is not for you. I'm sharing my experience and that's it. I'm not gonna share my execution with you. If you know how to do this, you can do it on your own, okay? How many setups did I identify and called out like correctly this morning? Many. So imagine when you will have this skill, you will never worry about missing out a trade. So focus on that first. Don't watch my stream as a signal service. So we have our stop hunt here. Let's mark these levels. And we have our new higher high here. And that is what confirmed our breaker. So now that I'm on 3-minute chart, we have these down close candles. So now that price closed the candles body below here, if this candle is trading back up here, I will take an entry here. Okay, not today, but this is what happens every day. This is where my entry is. Now that I see a fair value gap, I will wait and put my stop loss above here because price can trade off this fair value gap. I want to see price going lower from these breakers. We do have another breaker here. We do have this relative equal low, sorry, trend line liquidity. We have this swing low right here that we'll be watching. And this is our sell side liquidity. Now price traded back inside this fair value gap. Also this inversion, these two levels, I want to see price holding it, okay, not going above it. Why? This is a fair value gap. This is also a fair value gap. That means what? This is a BPR, and BPR is way more powerful than a normal fair value gap. What is a normal fair value gap? This is a normal fair value gap. It's just a fair value gap. But when this fair value gap has another fair value gap alongside it, this becomes a strong fair value gap. So let's see how price reacts from it, right? Let's see that. And we'll watch it. And now let's go to NASDAQ. Let's go to NASDAQ and I'll put my ES chart here. We are safe as long as price is not closing a candle body above this fair value gap. Okay, as long as price is not closing a candle body above this fair value gap. But if you want to take a safe entry, okay, when you are taking entry from a lower time frame breaker, this is not a high probability. Okay, a high probability setup is taking entries with higher time frame breaker, and this is a higher time frame breaker. If you guys fearing this entry, okay, I'm not telling you to take this entry, but I'm sharing the logic because trust me folks, the same pattern will repeat again. This is a pattern, right, that is going with our bias that we built it from higher time frame. We want to see lower price action. So let's see what price does here. What price does. And now let's analyze our NASDAQ chart, which we want to see behaving opposite to these ones. Dow and ES. So NASDAQ has this big liquidity void and is trading back to it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mark this liquidity void. Now the price is trading inside it. Okay. We also do have this fair value gap alongside with these breakers. So on Dow, we watched price hitting this breaker, but on ES and NASDAQ, price is yet to hit these breakers. But we will see what price does. We are not like forcing any trade ideas, rather waiting for a high probability setup to form after FOMC. So now let's go to 4-hour chart. Did I miss anything on daily? I didn't. Okay. Let's go to 4-hour chart. Okay, now I'm gonna share another thing with you all. Okay, just wait a second. Another thing that I use to know the seasonal tendencies. Okay, I'm only gonna share it today, and this is gonna be a lesson in my mentorship. So what do you guys see here? This is something that ICT don't teach. Okay, I got it from the retail stuff, but this works. This is the price behavior of month to month, okay, on Dow ES. So what's happening here is that these are the all years, okay, when price was trending bullish in each month. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So which month are we trading now? November, right? So look at the trend on November. In 1931, price was trading bearish. The return percentage was 8.9, but this is advanced level of knowledge, okay? It's not for beginner. Seasonal tendencies, to expect it, you will have to get advanced knowledge. So from this we will build our seasonal tendencies. Last year November price was bullish. Even before that price was bullish. So when Democrat is in is in presidency, okay, price mostly continues its trend towards buy side in November. So what's happening here, that our this is October, okay? What was October? October was a bearish month. And as you guys can see, the trend was bullish most of the time. But here, the October month was bearish. Again, here, 3.44% return last year in bullish direction. So I'm expecting bullish price action, okay? Again, this year in November, this is just as a seasonal tendency. This is not like 100% confluence, but this is what helps to build the narrative for me. Okay, this is what I use to know in higher time frame where price will go. And this is what I'm gonna teach in details in my mentorship, not today, but I'm just sharing that these are market returns are very important to understand what market price is gonna do, what condition price will continue to trade on. Okay, so this is a month that I'm expecting to see bullish, but not today. In the second and third week of October, I want to see price continuing its trend towards buy side liquidity. Until then, I want to see price delivering towards sell side. Okay, as we have a war in our as we have a war going on, right? So when there's war, price basically moves. Stocks war is good for stocks. So that's what I was trying to say. War is good for stocks. That means we will potentially see higher prices on NASDAQ, on ES, on Dow, but not today. We need more war, and this is gonna be happening. Okay, Yemen. Do you guys saw the news? I shared it on my Telegram. They launched multiple missiles and stuff towards Israel. So this war is not gonna end. There's no peace. There won't be a peace. Okay, 85% of Palestinians, they lost their families, and do you think they will forgive Israelis who did that? There won't be ever any peace. Okay, there always gonna be conflict in that land. It has been like this since the beginning. It's always been like that. Okay, so there's won't be any peace. War will become more and more like it will escalate more. That's what gonna happen. More and more countries will join. Yemen joined, and yeah, it will go bad. So what I'm gonna say to you, now that America is backing this war, and America is like backing it by money, by giving them war supplies, and America is already in debt. That means what? We are trading currency stocks of American stocks. These are American stocks, right? So if America is getting affected, then it's not gonna be good for trading as well. So save as much money as you can. Okay, this is not a good condition for anyone. So price respected this breaker, right? Didn't you heard me calling market from this breaker? But how did I do it? By building a narrative, by building a logic. Now the price moved in my favor. When I called here, right, I told you guys this is the entry, and where was our stop loss? Our stop loss was above here, right? So now the price moved in my favor. What I'll do, I'll put my stop loss above this breaker. Why? Look close, okay? There's no need for hope in trading. There's no need to attach emotions inside trading when you can build logic. Price closed a candle's body below this down close candle. And when price does that, it confirms a market structure shift. Okay, not 100%. There's always a chance that this trading will lose. That's why I manage my stop loss like this. If price is coming all the way up here, I'm not gonna hold anymore. I'm not gonna hope that this trade will paint out. Why? Because I can spot the same breakout formation again tomorrow, even the day after that. My skill is not going anywhere. So we have this level, this daily liquidity void, and price is trading inside it. Let's mark it. Liquidity void. and this is from a daily chart. And we also have this fair value gap here on NASDAQ, right? And now what fair value gap do I use? When price has a fair value gap right here as an inversion, I use this, not this, okay? Not this. When price don't have a fair value gap here, that's when I use this. And that's where the precision is. Look where price stopped. Here. Sylvia, you should watch the inversion profiles as soon as possible, because that is a very important model, okay? So when you have free time, go back and watch it. I'll mark this inversion. We also have this breaker here. So 3 PD arrays, folks, okay? We have our liquidity void. We have have inversion. Then we have this breaker. So what? 3 PD arrays. So if price is going above this 3 PD array, we are wrong in calling market, okay? Why 3 PD arrays is so important? Because that's what our mentor said. That's what I shared in my notes a couple of days ago. I'm gonna show it to you all. What do you guys see here? Look at here. Every entry should have 3 PD arrays that will support your trade idea. So do we have 3 PD arrays that is supporting our trade idea? What trade area? We're expecting bearish price action, right? So liquidity void from the daily chart, this fair value gap, you can consider liquidity void or this fair value gap. I'm using liquidity void because this is more powerful than just a fair value gap. Then we have this inversion, then we have this breaker. So we identified 3 PD arrays that is going with our narrative, which is towards sell side liquidity. If 3 PD arrays are broken, you must close position. That means what? You are wrong. There's no logic behind you are hoping and holding your trade that price will go lower. I hope you guys understanding what I'm doing here. I'm building a narrative from here. So now let's go to hourly chart. A lot of liquidity towards sell side, for folks. A lot of liquidity here, but price may not reach all the way down here. We have a lot of high impact news this week, so we'll see what happens. We do have the same price action, folks, even on ES and NASDAQ. The same price. We have this fair value gap, right, alongside with this fair value gap. So we'll see what price it does here. There's no fair value gap here on NASDAQ. We had a fair value gap here on ES and Dow, right? Do you guys remember? Now on 50-minute chart, we do have this fair value gap, okay? So what I would like to see, if price wanna continue its trend lower, I would like to see price closing a candle probably below this fair value gap. But look close, folks, look close what price is doing here. What did I told you guys? The price generates liquidity for what? Before FOMC, okay? For high impact news, price generates liquidity at high impact news, price clears it out and then moves towards the opposite direction, or it goes in the same direction. And we have relative equal highs here. So what I would like to see before price moves lower, right, I would like to see price clearing out these relative equal highs, and the scenario I'm expecting is something like this, going higher than coming lower, okay? So something like this, but probably I'm wrong. We'll just watch. But now that price generated liquidity up here, I'm pretty much sure it will reverse from here. But we'll also watch if price is breaking these 3 PD areas. We are wrong anyway, and after that we'll see what we can do. Or what also can happen is, like, price is moving lower, right? We know that FOMC is a 2-stage delivery. Do you guys know that? FOMC is a 2-stage delivery. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys. So this is what happens when price is delivering liquidity in FOMC. Okay, FOMC at 2-stage delivery. So the first liquidity that price delivers at 220. This is the first stage. The second stage starts at 220 to 230. Okay, the high probability move comes in at 2:30. So we'll watch like how price is delivering that. I shared this for free, this template on my Twitter, so you guys can go and check out the highlight section of my Twitter and you will find it there. So now the price is coming up clear. I want to see price clearing out liquidity from here, and now that we are watching NASDAQ, we are getting more value from NASDAQ. Now where price will go, right? So I'm watching this fair value gap, sorry, these relative equal highs. I want to see price reversing from here. So these relative equal highs are going to be important. Now let's drop down to 1 minute chart and see if we can identify any potential trade idea that will hunt liquidity up here. And we did. We have a breaker here. Okay, we are not taking any trades right now because this is a low probability condition. We'll wait for the FOMC delivery. I want to see price coming down here and then going higher. Okay, that's what I would like to see. And yes, as you guys can see, our tape reading stop loss just got here, but we didn't took this trade. It's a low probability condition. We are building our experience. We are watching what price is doing, and this is what it's doing. Now that they are moving together, okay, I'd like to see yes also going higher from here. So the trade idea will be something like this, with a stop loss below this breaker, targeting the relative equal high all the way up here. So more like a 2-hour trade from this low. So we'll watch if this is printing. So suppose we lost our trade here. We are in another trade. So if we win this trade, we can lose 4 more trades, okay, in a row. Then we'll be like in our initial balance again. That's how trading works with risk management. So always be careful with the risk management, folks. Okay, learn how to build a narrative, learn how to decide the bias, and after that everything will be very easy for you. We price generated a fair value gap here, so this is a high probability breaker condition, but just because we spot a setup, that doesn't mean that we're gonna take it, because our model is not supporting it. Now let's answer some of your questions. Let's read the chat. What time frame you are using at hourly chart for searching order block? What time frame you are using at hourly chart for searching? But you already mentioned the hourly chart. I don't get your question, Alexander. Sorry for that. Ahmad Nazir, in your experience, which breaker model works the best? So it's not like which one works the best. It's like it's more. It's not about the model. It's about the target. It's about the time. It's about the narrative. Okay. So did I saw the target first? Yes. Then that's what make this breaker a high probability breaker. There's no breaker like, okay, this is a high probability breaker. Every single time price forms this setup, price will hit your TP. There's nothing like this. You will have to spot couple of things first. Okay, you'll have to build a narrative. You will have to identify strong level of liquidity like I did here, right? And when you spot that, that's when you can take a high probability entry. And a high probability bias and a target makes your entry high probability with time. So these are like very complex concept. So I won't be able to like make you understand it in just a couple of minutes. You'll have to spend a couple more times, watch a couple of my streams, and then you will understand it, hopefully. Jane is saying, hi Hydra, is there a reason for you to watch YM and not ES and NQ? Yes, there's a reason, and the reason is that when I started trading, I started it with Dow. Okay, in retail world, Dow is, they don't call it Dow there, it's like US30. So the person who I was learning from, he was like basically he was trading in Dow, and he was like mentioning himself as a US30 king. So I was learning from him, and that's how I started trading with Dow. And when I found ICT, he was telling that you don't need to trade on ES. If the concept that I'm teaching you, you can use it on any chart. So I was like, okay, now let's see if it works on Dow. And it was working. That's why I stick with it. Just because ICT is trading on ES, that doesn't mean that I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna trade on the pair that makes sense to me, that has my experience. And as you guys can see, in low probability condition setups like this fails, and that's why I avoid these timings. Okay, price had this relative equal high also above here. Okay, price did a stop hunt here, so that means what? Price should move higher according to our logic, but because of the manipulation phase, okay, we are inside this manipulation. What manipulation? Before FOMC, everything is low probability. So we'll see what price does, and after the delivery of FOMC, we'll spot high probability breakers, and possibly I will take a trade with you all if I do spot a trade. High HYDRA, when you have more than one fair value gap in the last leg that tap in the higher time frame PDRA before a reversal close below or above the first one is enough to activate the inversion setup. The inversion, I'm gonna consider the first one, the first fair value gap, as the inversion, because the first one is the high probability. If price is not respecting the first one, then yeah, I'm gonna use the premium, the fair value gap that is in premium. Okay, Darius, if you tape read and they are corrected this time, you are tempted next time to risk real money. No, that's what tape reading builds. That's what tape reading does inside you. Okay, it gives you experience. How do I know that I shouldn't be trading before FOMC? Because of my experience, because I lost more money before FOMC than I made. I made more money after FOMC than I lost. So what is the high probability condition? Trading after FOMC delivery, right? So tape reading does what? It takes out the emotion inside you and it puts the experience and the logic of why price should do this over this in you. Okay, controlling your emotion is the main thing. Darius. Ahmad Nazir, how to know which side of liquidity is going to be taken first, above or below? For that, you will have to watch my stream. This is this question I'm every day answering in my stream. Okay, when I'm calling a market that price should go there, I'm also building a logic with it. So I'm also sharing why price should go there. I believe you are new and this is the first stream that you are watching. So just spend a couple more days with me and I believe you'll progress a lot more. Alexander again, how do you measure premium discount for scalping? I mean, at which time frame? I measure higher time frame premium discount, okay? And I use that on one minute. I basically don't measure any 1 minute premium discount PDRAs because my narrative is coming from the higher time frame. Okay, so that's what I do. So if we have a breaker, inside breaker is equal to high probability. The first breaker, the lowest one, is the high probability. This one, not this one. This is the highest probability breaker, the first one. Inside this one, this is basically what I consider as a time distortion, but even from my experience I saw that price respects this also as a breaker. Okay, so what do you guys see on? Yes, price came back up, trading inside this fair value gap again. Okay, basically not doing anything other than consolidating right here. On 1 minute chart it will look more like a consolidation phase. Yes, price did stop hunt here, here again, then also buy side liquidity swept. So is this a high probability condition for you to take trades? No, because price is delivering liquidity in both sides of the marketplace. It's clearing out buy side here, it's clearing out sell side here. Basically it's hunting stop loss. And once price gets clear, when will it get clear? After FOMC delivery. So we'll watch that, we'll watch it. So this breaker is not valid anymore. We'll see what price does. Darius is asking, hi HYDRA, ICT, any advice to not to trade before news release? What's the reason tape reading at this time if we are not going to trade real money at this time in the future following your advice? Okay, because I'm not worrying about missing a trade. Why? Because I have a skill that when I'm using it, and because of the tape reading, I built this skill. Now I can identify what a low probability condition is, what a high probability condition is. Okay, because of that, how did I build it? Because of tape reading. You will have to control yourself. Okay, Darius, you will make money from trading, but if you want to make consistent money, you will have to know when you will have to stop, and you will only know that when you are tape reading. Okay, I'm not doing anything in chart other than just, okay, price has a breaker here, now I want to see price going higher. Okay, price is coming down here, I'm not becoming impatient. Okay, when price goes lower, and if you are trading with real money, when price is stopping your hunting your stop loss, tapping inside your stop loss, you are like, okay, now I'm gonna push again, price will go higher, you'll become impulsive, you'll do revenge trading. And every one of these can be conquered by tape reading. In tape reading, you will not generate any emotion, and when you are trading with live money, you will have the experience behind you, Darius. So I believe you are not that patient enough, right? Building patience is the main thing. Dimas, watch my stream again. Watch the stream that I did in the morning session. I was building narrative at the beginning of the stream, and that's how I do it. Yes, Sylvia, usually seek and destroy before any red folder news, and that's what happens. Okay, seek and destroy, more like a seek and destroy. Price did came back up, right? But we were expecting to see price continuing its trend higher from this breaker, but price didn't respect this breaker, rather it came down into deep discount, and now it's moving higher. So let's go and watch Dow. We are just 7 minutes away. 7 minutes away. So a lot of things happened on Dow, right? After we price showed a beautiful rejection from this inversion, folks. Look at that. So do you guys see the logic now? This inversion, I told you guys that price will go lower by using this inversion, right? Price cleared out the buy side liquidity from here. What are these? Strong buy side liquidity. So when price clears out strong buy side liquidity, we expect to see a reversal. Did we have a higher time frame PD area up here? Yes, we had this inversion level. Now do you guys see how price respected this inversion level? This is not just any inversion level. This is a very specific inversion level. Where is it? I have a lot of drawings here. This inversion, okay? And this is what I taught inside my 3-day bootcamp. This inversion is very powerful. So now we are not taking any trades, but we know the same pattern will repeat and appear again in the marketplace. So when it does, and you see the same pattern appearing, price hitting a higher time frame inversion, and your narrative is bearish, your bias is bearish, that's a good trade, right? If you want to confirm your market structure shift, you also can wait for price to close a candle's body below this inversion. Price did close the candle's body here. Now from here, you can take a trade targeting these relative equal lows. And price did deliver liquidity down here. You guys heard me saying that this levels, I'm watching it, right? Did I call market? Okay, I'm also watching this. I'm also watching that. No, I told you guys that now the price is rejecting. I would like to see price going lower, tapping inside this fair value gap. Sorry, relative equal lows. And I also told you guys that the best reversal happens from the 0.5% of an inversion. So we'll watch now price hit this 0.25%. Do you guys see a rejection? Yes, that's the beauty of measuring a higher time frame PD area. Okay, when you measure a higher time frame PD area, price gets sensitive in these levels on lower time frame. A lot of sell side liquidity down here, folks. So I want to see price trending lower, okay, at FOMC. There's no way that I'm hoping for a higher delivering into a buy side liquidity, because buy side price already cleared out most of the buy side. We do have a couple of relative equal highs here, but I want to see price clearing this out, okay, these relative equal lows. So we'll see another relative equal low down here, and we also do have multiple targets to our sell side. So now that price closed the candle's body, I would like to see price closing a candle's body below this last fair value gap, and this will confirm our market structure shift. Williams, I replied to your text in my last streams. I do not trade on Forex. I do not teach how to trade on Forex. I have no relationship with Forex, okay? But I did share a couple of macros. The concept that I use also works on Forex. So I don't do anything about Forex, okay? All I do is about features and crypto. So on ES, price did close the candle body below. So ES confirmed our market structure shift towards sell side. Now I would like to see ES continuing its trend lower, as well Dow, from this inversion. Let's see what price does. We have strong level of liquidity down here, Just a couple of minutes, folks, like 4 minutes. Let's see what price does. Juinio, okay, we're asking about some questions that I will answer only in my boot camp inside that. So to know this, you will have to join that. Gulnio, okay, I was pronouncing your name wrong. Gulnio. Jane, have you seen a breaker block on both bearish and bullish direction? If so, what's the way to handle that? Thanks. I already answered it multiple times in my previous stream. Okay, and I spotted a breaker that was against my narrative. My narrative was towards buy side, but there was a breaker that was directing price in the sell side. So if you go back and watch my last stream, I believe you will find a lot more gems there. And the scenario that I'm talking about, Jane, is also appeared there in my last stream. So yeah, go back and watch it if you have free time. And if I tell you here, you won't understand much, but when you see it and then I'm explaining it, you will understand way more. Okay, I call the market in live price action, and price did close the candles body again below this inversion. Now the FOMC, okay, I want to see FOMC delivering here towards sell side liquidity. Let's see. This is not a trade idea, folks. Again, I'm saying to you, just a calling of what I'm seeing here. Price is yet to reach this 0.5 level, okay? So we are also watching this. This is a potential zone for reversal. Price generated again relative equal lows down here. So more sell side liquidity. Same on ES, relative equal lows. This is trend line liquidity, folks. Trend line liquidity right here that ES built it. I'm gonna put 15-minute chart here. It is looking so choppy. This sell side liquidity is our target. Okay, price is moving higher. It tapped inside the 0.5 level. Okay, just wait. Let's see, price tapped inside our daily inversion again. Higher again. So now the price left these relative equal lows. I believe our high probability setup will form a pair towards sell side liquidity. Okay, this is good. This is a good condition because price left these relative equal lows. Price went up. I would like to see this level is getting cleared out, and it did. Price did clear out the buy side liquidity from here. Now what high probability? I'm already seeing the high probability condition that the trade that I'm gonna take. I want to see price hunting relative equal lows down here. Let's see if price provides us any opportunity. Okay, let's see if price provides us any opportunity. Darius, you are blocked, bro. Please don't watch my stream. Okay, I'm not gonna teach anyone who are impatient. He's basically complaining about tape reading. Why am I not making money here? It's not a time to make money right now. We'll make money after FOMC release, and that's what's happening. We spotted our relative equal lows, high probability targets, right? Down here. So I would like to see price providing us an opportunity from here. So price filled the whole inversion from the hourly chart that I gave you guys, right? And let's see, like basically no opportunity, really. So this is also a breaker. All of these down close candles, down close candles. So from here, this is a high probability condition. So something like this is what I'm gonna watch. Something like this, okay? Now let's see what price is doing. It basically hit discount PDR. I'm waiting for 220 to 240 macro. Okay, folks, I showed you guys a template where I mentioned that FOMC is a two-stage delivery. Okay, the first stage is most likely the manipulation stage. The second stage that comes in is the distribution stage. So I'm gonna focus inside 220 to 240. The folks who are not patient enough to watch me that long, this stream is not for you. Anyway, price generated more sell side liquidity down here. More and more sell side liquidity. So still waiting for the high probability entry to appear. And where will it appear? I believe towards sell side liquidity. Van, yes, but we are not just we don't just trade off a pattern. Okay, we trade by building our narrative, and our narrative is towards sell side liquidity. Very choppy price action. Price delivered higher, down, basically respecting higher time frame PDRAs. Let's see what price does inside 220 to 240. Cooper, yes, you can ask me about the question. Muhammad Alif, Walaikum Salam. Hydra, how I start the first video to learn the turtle soup and breaker from your channel. Waiting for your reply. I didn't do any turtle soup video, but I did made a video about inversion and breaker for free in my YouTube section, so you can go and check that out, but there's no video about turtle soup. About 20 to 40 period and 50 to 10, what is the difference? So 20 to 40, okay, the difference, I shared it inside my bootcamp. There are macros that I use them as a manipulation macro. There are macros that I use as a trend continuation macro. Okay, so what you were asking me about, something like a premium thing. So 20 to 40 is most likely a manipulation macro, and 50 to 10 is more likely a trend continuation macro. But there are other macros where rules change. What do I mean by trend continuation? Like suppose price is already delivering in a sell side liquidity. So when price gets inside a specific time that we know that price will continue its trend inside this time period, we will use that. We will not use it as a reversal. In other macros, we will expect to see price getting reversed. price reversing. This is not a high probability setup. Okay, this is not a high probability condition. Look at the delivery here, folks. You want to trade here? No, I don't. That's why I'm waiting for 220 to 240. This is the thing that I'm avoiding, Darius. Okay, you cannot make money here. You don't have any experience, Darius. That's why you don't know what condition that you should be avoiding. Can you make money here? You cannot. Look at the delivery here. Okay, price is generating more emotions inside you rather than liquidity. Sorry, rather than money, rather than profits. When price generates emotions inside you, that's when you should be avoiding trading, and that's what I'm doing. So anyway, my narrative is still towards sell side, folks. Look at these weeks. Price is generating what? Sell side liquidity. So what I believe, when we get inside 220, we will see a high probability setup forming, and 230 is when the real move comes in, right? Why at 230 we have another high impact news? At 2:30, do you guys see that? 2:30 FOMC press conference. Okay, when this is the time when they will be like releasing the numbers. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We also do have multiple macros. Darius, the guy who complained about tape reading, he don't know about the timing part. We know about the timing part. We wait for a setup to appear, not just anywhere. We are not taking it randomly. We are waiting to take the setup inside specific time periods. And that's what we mentioned as a macro. And there are multiple macros. So if I don't spot a setup inside one macro, what do? I wait to see what price is doing in another macro. Right? That's how we build our experience with time and price. So on ES, look close, folks. Price is basically respecting this inversion again and again, right? There's no other PD area for price to respect other than this inversion. Price is not closing any candles body here, basically just consolidating for 2:30 news release. Now, do you guys see the logic? Do you guys see the benefit to wait for time and price to match? What's the price of bootcamp? You will find the information in my Telegram group in the pinned message. So to join the Telegram group, you will have to go in the description. You will find the link below there. Copper is not all 20 to 40 macro, okay? It's not all 20 to 40. There are specific macros that I use as a manipulation. There are specific macros that I use. Not every 50 to 10 is a trend continuation macro. There's logic behind it, there's evidence behind it, and I shared everything in my bootcamp. The evidence, why am I saying this is a trend continuation, why am I saying this is a manipulation macro. Not all 20 to 40 macro is a manipulation macro. There are some that continues to trend, that like 920 to 940. Only this one I'm gonna share it with you for free. 920 to 940 is a trend continuation macro. 820 to 840 is a reversal macro, okay? Manipulation macro. So when price reverses, we expect to see a reversal at 820 to 840. Then we expect to see price continuing the reversal trend at 920 to 940. Do you understand now, Copper? There are timings. Not every 20 to 40 is a manipulation macro. I hope you understand. You will find more info about this in my bootcamp. The 220 to 240 macro is that a similar concept to the XMD quarterly theory from the day, where you only trade in certain time periods. I'm not using anything that day teaches. The time that day uses is different from the macros that ICT teaches, okay? ICT is against the quarterly theory. So if someone is not proving to that they can use they can use it in live and call market live, mostly what it does is like doing in hindsight, right? So if he can prove that he can do it in live market calling, then it's good. Why are you guys asking me questions about day? It's not an ICT concept, okay? It's his concept. It's a retail concept, so that's what we don't use. I don't use it, but people are making money. Like every other concept work in the market. If you can make it work for you, it will work for you. I don't need to know the price is don't need to use day theory to know the price is doing manipulation right now. I already know it because I use certain macros, and inside these macros I know the price will deliver liquidity like 920 to 940. What day is using that macro, day's theory at that time period 920 to 940 is a distribution phase. Okay, it's the same with the macro. I don't need to use his colorful indicator to know that okay, it's a distribution phase. Do you have any indicator for all your macros? I don't use indicator. I don't promote indicator. Indicator is for the people who are lazy. Okay, what's wrong with you spotting time here without indicator? Why are you relying on something other than your skill? Anyway, this is like a crazy price action going on, right? Bootcamp entry is not closed. People can still access the recordings NAS live. This is like the worst price action you can trade on. The people who are like already in a trade, they're getting wrecked again and again. They're pushing button here. Price is hitting their stop loss again. Seek and destroy, and seek and destroy looks like this. You want to trade here? No, I will wait. I will wait for what? See what price is doing, folks. Okay, the same structure repeated in morning. Price is generating liquidity in both sides. So this is gonna be choppy to retails, not to us. We know what price is gonna do. Price is generating liquidity in both sides. Now what we will do, the folks who are inside my bootcamp, we already know this scenario is already familiar to us, right? I shared it as a turtle soup model, high probability macro model, as a high probability macro model. Now Reggie, can you tell me like what I taught you guys here? Okay, so when price generates liquidity in both sides of the marketplace, what liquidity? Relative equal high and relative equal low. When price does that, we wait for price to take out one side. Yes, Reggie, look what Reggie is saying. This is the logic that I taught them inside my 3-day bootcamp. And now I'm showing it to them. This works. I'm now proving it to them. It's not like, okay, I shared the theory, now I'm going to leave you alone. You'll have to figure it out by your own. No. I'll prove it to you again and again that this works. You can make money with it. So Reggie is saying that be patient and wait till one side is taken. Okay, we'll wait and see which side price take first. If price takes buy side liquidity first, it goes with our narrative. What is our narrative? Price going lower, hunting sell side liquidity. So what I'm gonna expect and see inside 220 to 240 happening, price coming up, clearing out the buy side liquidity, relative equal highs from here, then reversing from here, something like this. This is the high probability scenario. Okay, but we will wait to see which side gets taken first, and then we will look for trades. So now, do you guys see why I wait for price to get inside macro? Yes, to avoid this. This is what is time distortion. Okay, price is just waiting for the release of the FOMC meetings. Okay, price is generating liquidity. Everything is predetermined here. There's no buying and selling pressure. So if there's no buying and selling pressure, if price is not controlled by any humans, it's controlled by algorithm, and the algorithm repeats the same scenarios again and again. So price is coming down towards sell side liquidity. Let's see what it takes first. Let's see what it takes first. Okay, don't push button here now, folks. Okay, be patient. How many times you saw this pattern repeating? Yesterday it repeated, I called it live. Today morning I called it live again, right? So this pattern will keep repeating again and again. Be patient and wait for price to get inside our macro. And even after that, if you are not feeling comfortable because of the high impact news that will be coming at 2:30, just be patient. Don't lose hope. Don't lose patience. We have another macro, 250 to 310, right? So price cleared out this relative equal lows. So, but price is not trading inside our macro. So I'm not going to consider this as a high probability setup because Time and price is not matched. 220, I'm still gonna wait for price to get inside macro. Pablo G, HYDRA, congratulations on passing one more funded account. I'm so near to max out top step. Okay, so I'm gonna do another challenge with you all live, okay, in coming trading weeks. I'm just waiting for the confirmation from top step to sponsor my stream because I'm gonna promote their account, right? So why do it for free when I can just make money from it? So let's see what they reply, and if they are giving me a free account to trade to, I'm gonna do it here using our live stream. How much money you make passing a 100k account? Just wondering. So in a funded account, I risk 0.25% always. Okay, 0.25% in a funded account. So 100k, 0.25% is $250. So if I'm risking $250 and mostly I target 2R, I'm making how much? $500. So one trade, $500. That's what I do. This is what I taught inside my 3-day bootcamp, folks. This is the exact same pattern that I use multiple times, even in my live stream, to take entry. This is one of the highest probability turtle soup model. Okay. The folks who were inside my 3-day bootcamp, they know what's happening here. But we are not considering any entry. Why? But because price is not meshed with our time. We wait. We are patient enough to let price do what they're doing. Power of 3 AMD. Yes, accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. This is the same thing happening here. So what I believe, we basically did the manipulation part. We still have this relative equal low down here, right? So let's see what price does. When you feel that you must really change after many blown accounts, yep. Demas, yep. We all blown account, okay? There's no trader that can come here and say that they didn't blow any account. Multiple accounts. And that's when we learn that patience is the main thing to know when I should engage and when not. Because if I don't know that, I will always become impulsive. I will always revenge trade. And the best thing that happened in my life is like knowing time and price, okay? And big shout out to ICT. Without him, it was impossible. So yeah, time and price, this theory came from all ICT, but I worked for it, right? I put in the hard work. I made it possible for me to become a consistent trader. So you'll have to do the same. There's no easy way. Either you put all your effort into trading to make your dream come true, or you suffer, you blow account. Okay, and you do signal service, join signal service, other courses. A course is not gonna make you a profitable trader if you don't put the work in that is required. Wait for second distribution. Yes, Dale, that's what we are waiting. Now 30 second is way more cleaner with this model, right? Wow, HYDRA is saying 30 second is cleaner. Really? I never saw 30 second, anyone trading on 30 second, right? Because they don't know how to build a narrative. I got the narrative on 1 minute. On 30 second, it makes way more sense because these relative equal high and lows are way more visible on 30 second. On 1 minute, yes, I do see this relative equal low, but on 30 second, it goes with our model. Okay, the same thing repeated on this morning, even on yesterday. It repeats every single day, folks. Okay, every single day inside our macros, you will find this pattern repeating. Will you miss ICT? I basically don't watch his new lessons, so yeah, I'm gonna miss his spaces that he used to do. Like, there's no mentor out there who gets angry live. It's only our mentor. He will like shout at you, curse at you, and I enjoy it. Okay, I enjoy listening to it. He's more like a father figure with like always giving you advice, what to do and what not to do. So my students, okay, do you guys see how this worked out? You could have put your stop loss here and above here. Don't be sad that you missed it. because the same price action will repeat again and again. Okay, the same thing will repeat. Dale, the same thing will repeat. Reggie, it repeated this morning, it repeated yesterday, last week. I took multiple trades using this. I passed a funded account using this model, and this thing repeats. Okay, see, it's a very beautiful delivery. When price was trading here, didn't you guys heard me saying that we will wait for price to clear out one side and then target the opposite direction? Didn't you heard me? I told you guys, if price is clearing out buy side liquidity first, that's what I would like to see, because it goes with my narrative. But price cleared out sell side liquidity first, so we go back to our logic. We wait for price to clear out one side and then target the opposite direction, right? And price did the same thing here. Price generated a breaker, so this is a breaker. Price is yet to clear out the relative equal highs, and we are trading inside a macro. We still have a higher time, high news release, high impact news coming at 2:30, right? So just watching. I would like to see price moving from here towards buy side liquidity from this fair value gap, because this fair value gap is inside this this breaker. Same price action I showed you guys on ES. Do you guys remember? But that time it failed, right? Do you guys remember? I'm gonna show it to you. Some of the folks just forgot it. Where was it? Do you guys remember where? Okay, it was on NASDAQ. Okay, it was on NASDAQ. Okay, where was it? Yeah, it was here. Okay, let me use the replay. I found it. The same price action, folks. Look at this here, and now compare this. Okay, now compare this pattern with this one. Is it similar? Hell yeah, it's similar. Look at that. Same breaker here, same stop hunt here, same relative equal highs. So now tell me there's no algorithm. Right? But when on NQ this pattern got generated, this pattern failed on NQ. Look, we have the same fair value gap, right? On ES, go on ES and you will see price tapped inside this fair value gap. But on Dow, it didn't. And when this pattern repeated on NQ, it failed. The same pattern repeated again here. Now it's making us profit. It went towards our direction, which is bullish direction. Right, so that's how you know that what repeats in marketplace and what not. What is the high probability scenario? What is not, right? And this failed. Why? Because this pattern pattern formation appeared when? Before the FOMC release. That's when we avoid trading. After the FOMC release, that becomes a high probability condition. Okay. So now, because of that, because we are trading inside a high probability condition, this setup painted out very nicely. Do you guys see the logic? Do you guys see the patterns that repeats? What is the current macro? Yes, 220 to 240. I basically don't see a setup that will give me 2R. This is a very small setup, okay? With this setup, if price is trading back inside this fair value gap, I would like to take a trade with targeting these ones, these highs, these relative equal highs here. So the folks who don't know that this pattern will repeat, they will be like, okay, price did hit my stop loss here on NASDAQ, so this pattern doesn't work. You just have to be patient. This pattern won't work every single time, but if you spot it again and again, and if you push the button accordingly with the logic, it will make you profitable over your losses. You will win more than you lose, okay? And that's what matters in trading. You cannot avoid losing, folks. It's impossible. No one can. So even on ES, as I told you guys, that this is a trend line liquidity. This is very important for price. These are like strong level of liquidities. Price came all the way down, cleared all the liquidity from down here, and then moved towards buy side liquidity. They don't have to match exactly, but this is a high probability condition. So if price comes back inside this fair value gap, I'm taking an entry, folks, okay? With a stop loss below this breaker and targeting basically this one. So it's gonna be more like, but if price is clearing out this relative equal high first, I'm not gonna take this trade. This trade is only valid until price is like not hitting these relative equal highs but moving towards sell side, hitting this fair value gap, and then moving higher. If price is doing that, I'll take entry here, which seems like price owned. Yeah, so price did clear out the buy side liquidity from here, and it's also is trading inside a higher time frame pre-deer. So the inversion from the daily chart is here, right? So now let's go back, and we are also trading off this inversion, the midway of this inversion. Price already filled this inversion. Now if I'm right in calling the market, I would like to see a lower price action. I would like to see price coming lower. So let's go to 1 minute and see what's happening. So on 1 minute chart, we also did have this order block, sorry, breaker block, and price did respected it alongside with this fair value gap. Do you use STS? I don't, Josh. I don't use STS. Are you guys enjoying my commentary? Are you guys finding my commentary educational, informative? If so, can I expect to see a thumbs up from you? 260 people watching, folks. Let's reach 150 likes. Okay, can we do that? Can we do that? And if we can do that, I would like to take a trade with you all and push the button with you all here inside our macros. Okay, let's go to 220. Sorry, let's go to 150 likes. Let's do that, folks. Let's do that. More relative equal lows down here, down here. So price is now gonna reach for higher premium PDA for it to reverse. Now we'll see. We have another news release, and we know that the move that comes at 2:30, this is the distribution phase. Okay, 2:30 delivery is the distribution phase. So we'll see what price does. So when we have FOMC, okay, the AMD, I'm gonna share more gems. AMD happens at 2 o'clock. Okay, what 2 o'clock? Before 2 o'clock, price accumulates order. So that's the accumulation phase. That's what goes on at FOMC days. It's only specific for the FOMC days. Before 2 o'clock, accumulation. At 2 o'clock to 2:20, manipulation phase, and after 2:30, distribution phase. Do you guys understand the AMD now? Isn't it easier? So we are slowly approaching towards distribution phase. Now, do I need to use day theory to know that price is now in the distribution phase? I don't. ICT already taught us that. Why make this thing so complicated when our mentor already did that for free? So price generated a fair value gap. This is a rejection block, okay, folks? And price also basically hit the measurement of this inversion, okay, the hourly inversion that I told you guys. Where did price stop? 0.75. So this breaker, these are breakers here. So once price closes a candle body below, or only when price is closing a candle body below, I will take a trade here. As long as price is not doing that, we have relative equal high up here, right? So price is more likely to come up and clear it out. So let's see what happens. We have a lot of drawings. I don't like drawings in my chart. It makes it choppy. So on 50-minute chart, if you are looking at 50-minute chart, we are also trading off this inversion from the SMR leg. Dale, Reggie, this is what I taught you guys in day 2 lecture. This inversion is important. So this level is what I'm watching. This inversion from the 50-minute chart, because this is where it's at a SMR leg. And inversion at the SMR leg is very important. I would like to see price clearing out these relative equal highs and then coming down. Let's see if we can take a turtle soup entry or price generates more high probability entry. 230. So price did clear out the relative equal highs from here. We do have breaker. Okay, we do have breaker. Let's see if price comes down or what, or it's continuous trend higher. If it's continuing its trend higher, folks, we don't have a trade. Okay, we don't have a trade. We will stick with our bias. What is our bias? Moving towards sell side liquidity. If I'm wrong, I don't care, because I'm not taking any trades. If price is not providing me opportunity to our sell side, I'm not gonna push button. This is what patience looks like. Okay, and you are watching an experienced person doing it. That's how you learn from the live market. In hindsight, I can tell you, okay, there's a turtle soup and I took it, and you'll be like, okay, Hydra is so smart, he took it. But in reality, it's different. Okay, when you are trading a live chart, it's different. I want to take an entry, folks. Okay, I didn't took any trade setup today, basically just some tape reading. So let's see if price gives us any chance of entry. In hindsight, everyone is smart. In live market, everyone fears to call market live. So let's see what price does. We do have breakers on 30-second, on 1 minute, 3 minute chart. We also do have this breaker here alongside with this inversion. So let's see where price stops. Look at 50-minute chart on Dow and look at the lows here. What is this? Retail stops. Retail stops down here. So price cleared out this equal high. I would like to see price closing a candle body below this inversion, and that's when price will confirm its market structure shift. Yes, also hit this blue. What is this blue shaded box? Okay, let me check. Okay, inversion from the 4-hour chart. Now let's see if they are moving towards sell side. A lot of liquidity here, folks. Trend line liquidity. Do you guys see it? Also here on higher time frame, we have a lot of sell side liquidity down here. Look at the 50-minute chart. I'm not willing to buy anything until we are clearing out these lows. Let's see if price provides any opportunity. Do you guys want to see me doing live stream like this every day? Do you think if you watch me doing this, you will improve? Do you think that? Do you want to watch this live session like this tomorrow, the day after that, even next week? Let me know in the chat. How many of you want to see it? I'll do that inside my mentorship, okay? But when I'm tape reading, I'll also continue to do tape reading session 2 or 3 times in a week. But so how the mentorship will be? In mentorship, you guys will watch me taking the trades. And when I'm tape reading on YouTube, you won't see me taking the trades, but rather calling the markets with you. Okay, sharing the logic why price should do this over this. We are also approaching towards our another macro, 250 to 310. Okay, so let's before I close the stream, I'll close the stream after 250 to 310. I will choose one person from here, and I'll do the giveaway of my 3-day bootcamp, one spot, okay, for free. You'll be accessing the knowledge that I'm sharing there, and you will have the access for free. So let's see if price is coming down or what. So I shared the trade area from here. It painted out nicely. Price generated more relative equal lows down here. Now let's see. Okay, price came back down, closed the candle body. I want to see price closing a candle body below here. Okay, folks. If price is not doing that, I'm not pushing button. Close its body, close a body, and give me the opportunity. Let's see. Okay, let's see if price does that. See, why am I waiting for price to close the candle body below here? Because this is a bullish fair value gap. As long as price is respecting it, we don't have a trade idea. I want to see price not respecting it and going lower. Is the bootcamp your mentorship? No, it's not the mentorship. It's just like 3-day workshop, okay, but I did share way more knowledge, like basically a mentorship. But a mentorship will contain way more knowledge plus live session plus backtesting session each month, 2-3 times of every month. Okay, one full month, 2-3 times in a month. Okay, I hope you guys understood. So price didn't close the candles body below here, so no opportunity yet. It's just moving higher and higher. Why am I not taking any trades in the buying direction? Because of this, folks, because of this. My experience tells me to wait for price to see what it's gonna do, and this is what a high probability is. NQ is better than YM. Let's see what NQ is doing. The same thing, but on NQ we don't have these relative equal lows. They both are doing the same thing. Okay, and Dow price is again coming down, right? I want to see price closing a candles body below this fair value gap, which is working as a BC. Very choppy price action, folks. Okay, this is what a high resistance liquidity looks like. And in what condition I trade? The condition when price delivers liquidity in one side aggressively like this. And this is what a high resistance liquidity looks like. A lot of big wicks, small candles body, but big wicks. That's what a high resistance liquidity is. Let's see. Let's wait. We are yet to get inside our 250 macro. Okay. What's the fee of your mentorship? It will be one-time fee, and it will be like $200 for 1 year, which is like gonna be very cheap. Okay, you are gonna see me trading in front of you 2 days in a week for 1 year and just 200. Can you imagine that? Yeah, it's so cheap. The price did close the candles body below here. Now let's see if price gives us any opportunity to enter. We are yet to hit the macro though. Hell no, bro. What's happening here? Price didn't give me opportunity. Let's wait. Let's see price getting back inside the macro. Let's see what's happening on 30-second. Okay, on 30-second we do have this breaker. So something like this on here, targeting the lows. Basically like 2R. 2R is like the low hanging fruit. Let's see, folks. Okay, I'm not gonna take it because price is again not inside the macro, right? Being patient is hard. It's so hard, okay? But this is something that I built, and it's now in my character, like a habit. Okay, it's like a habit. It became like a habit, me being patient. I only trade specifically inside macros, and this breaker is very beautiful, right? Let's see if price activates this breaker inside our macro. I shared multiple execution recordings in my Twitter feed, so if you guys go there, you will see that price is hitting breaker inside macros, and only then I'm taking trades. Macros means what? 250 to 310. Okay, price generated relative equal high here. Do you guys see it? Relative equal high. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more. So no opportunity again, basically just moving lower without me, right? But anyway, I was right calling the market lower from here, right? What is this gray shaded box? This is the inversion from daily chart, and you guys heard me marking it before price went lower. Retails were buying like algorithm. Retail was pushing button here because double drop, triple drop, right? Triple bottom, sorry, triple bottom, double bottom. So this is the retail stop, folks. This is a heaven for retails to buy, and this is a heaven for us to target. But hey, there was no opportunity for me to enter. Anyway, price went lower before it get inside the macro. The The narrative is important, folks. Okay, do you guys ever see me getting emotional when I'm calling market? Yes, I get wrong. Me, I'll never be emotional for that. Why? See, I have a skill. See that, okay? You can see it. I'm proving it here. I can spot entries. I can spot models with my narrative again and again. Again and again. So why would I worry when I have that skill, when I know that I can repeat it tomorrow? Day after that, okay? So if price didn't give me a chance of opportunity to enter here, it doesn't matter. I can spot the same setup again. So when it repeats, I'll show you guys, okay, this setup, this day, I called it. Now again, this pattern is repeating. So do you guys see the logic? When price has, this is a SMR inversion, okay? The last up close candle before price hit a premium PDR. This is a very important inversion that I taught my students in the 3-day bootcamp, and they know why is this important. So price delivered liquidity here. This was our target, but no entry basically. But we watched it painting out, right? We built it our experience. What experience? When price was trading here, right? I'm gonna take you guys in the replay mode, and I told you guys that I want to see price closing a candle's body below here, right? If price does that, I'll take an entry. Then price did what? Price didn't close a candle's body. At the next candle, it moved higher. So as long as price is not closing a candle's body below this fair value gap, it's not confirming the market structure shift, okay? Price don't need to go below a old swing low to confirm a market structure shift. This is market structure shift. And you heard me calling it live. See what happened after? Price closed the candle's body below. After that, what it did? Look. Look now. It continued its trend towards sell side liquidity. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it what you want to learn? Is your mentor showing you this in live market or in hindsight? How can you join your mentorship? Okay, this is yet to launch. I'll launch it in December or January. You guys will know. I'll let you guys know in my Telegram group, also in this YouTube. So we have this breaker down here, but basically no target. So I'm gonna close the session here, folks. And tomorrow, let's see if we have any high impact news. And before I do close, I'll choose a winner for our giveaway. Tomorrow we don't have high impact news. Okay, at 8:30 we do have a high impact news at 8:30 tomorrow. So tomorrow is a low probability day. Okay, I'm gonna do live stream and see like if price is really presenting any setup. I want to take an entry tomorrow, but I'll be cautious because we have high impact news at Friday, right? 8:30 non-farm pre-rule, which is a very high impact news, is coming on Friday. We'll see what happens. Okay, so we have another level of liquidity down here. Before I close, this is a relative equal low that price is yet to take, and we have this breaker right here. We have a breaker right here. So I want to see price continuing its trend lower from this breaker. Okay, hunting liquidity down here. So the calling is like this. Why? Look at the higher time frame. On higher time frame, price is yet to take out the relative equal lows from here. let's see. Now that we are getting inside. Okay, I'm not gonna close now. Now that we are getting inside 250 to 310 macro, I'll still tape read with you and see if price provides any opportunity. There's no inversion here, otherwise I would have pushed button here, but there's no inversion at this price leg here. This is what I taught you guys as a SMR leg, and there's no fair value gap here. So let's see from where price can reverse. This fair value gap is looking attractive because price is yet to hit it. This fair value gap up here. If price is coming back up all the way up here, I'll take an entry and price will be inside our time and price will match. Okay, sorry, I was talking. Oh my god, I muted myself and I was talking. Okay, so do you guys heard me talking about this OT? So I told you guys that I'm watching price to get inside this OT, and if it does, I will take an entry. But why? Because there's no fair value gap here. There's no inversion here. If price had an inversion here, I would have push button here, but no inversion basically. So I'll wait and see if price gives me a chance of entry. Basically not. And this fair value gap is why important, because it said OT, but price cleared out our sell side liquidity down here from here. So beautiful delivery, folks, and that's gonna be it. I didn't got a chance to enter, but I outlined multiple trades and called market with you. I hope you guys appreciated it. And now let's choose the person. Let's choose the person. There's a guy who asked me a very nice question. I liked it. Let's find him out. Yeah, Alexander, see you again, bro. Thank you for watching the stream. Where are you? I'm looking for you, and now I don't see you. Let's see. Okay, I found him. NASDAQ, I believe you are not inside my bootcamp, right? So NASDAQ, you are the one who will have a free spot inside my 3-day bootcamp. So congrats to NASDAQ. What you will have to do, email me, okay? Email me at HYDRA. I'm leaving you the email here. hydra.trades7@gmail.com. I'll do another giveaway, okay, folks, again in my next stream. So don't worry, you guys will win, the folks who missed it. So email me here, okay, at this email, hydra.trades7@gmail.com. If you are confused about this email, go on my Telegram account and check out the pinned message and you will find it. I want you to email me with a screenshot of this chat, and I'll give you the access of my 3-day bootcamp for free. Okay, folks, so this is gonna be it for today. Price generated liquidity in both sides, right? Relative equal high here, relative equal low here. We have a breaker here, and we have an unfilled fair value gap here. So this breaker is what I will watch if you guys still want to continue a tape reading, okay? But I'm gonna leave you guys here. So I'm gonna catch you guys in my next stream. Hope you guys enjoyed my stream, and if you did, thumbs up the like button. That's what I appreciate. And see you guys in my next stream. Peace.